guys, welcome back for day 22 of the Do Yoga 30-Day Yoga Challenge with me, Erin Motz. So today we're doing something a little bit more restorative again, slower pace. We're going to stretch you out, lengthen, gain a little bit of height, and add some twists in there too. So to get started, we're going to lie all the way down. So I'll meet you at the top of your mat and we can go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so we're going to start laying down. If you have a yoga strap, which looks like this, typically they have a little buckle on one end, yoga strap. If you have one of these, great. If not, it does not matter. You can use a towel or a belt. I'm going to use a towel just so you guys can see. I just rolled up like a really thin towel, so you can use that. It'll work just the same for what we need it for. So have that within arm's reach, whatever your option is. And go ahead and lie all the way down. Totally flat. Relax the head and the neck back. And I just want you to hug both knees in towards the chest. So hug them in. Let the eyes close. You can kind of sway left and right a few times. Just massaging the lower back. And try to keep the whole back flat. So from the back of the head all the way down to the tailbone. Just let the whole spine be heavy. And then take the left foot down and just hug the right knee in towards you. So again, head and the neck are relaxed. The shoulders are back. So on your next inhale, you can start to straighten the right leg. So it doesn't have to go all the way straight, just enough until you feel it in the back of the leg, in the hamstring and in the calf and those meaty parts. So using your hands to pull the leg forward is going to be fine. But again, if you want that little bit, if you want a little bit more, you can kind of hook the foot in your towel or in your strap and then stretch it up, driving the knee down towards you. And if you still need a little more, you can lengthen the left leg all the way out, all the way down. So just let the left side relax, holding onto your strap or your towel, keep drawing the right leg down. Keep the neck and the shoulders soft. We're going to take a few breaths here. So allow the eyes to close. And start to feel the back of that right leg soften a little bit. And you can keep the knee bent too. So if the back of your knee bothers you, bending it will help alleviate some of that. Take one more inhale. And exhale fully. And start to bend the left knee, taking the foot down on the floor. You can release your strap or your towel and take the right foot down. So right foot is flat. Stretch the left leg up. Keep drawing the knee down towards you. You can either grab the back of the leg and hug it in, or if you feel like you want a little bit more leverage, you can use that strap or your prop and then hug it down. So taking a few breaths here first just to ease into it. If you feel like you need a little more, you can slide the right leg out, relaxing the right side. Keep drawing the left foot down towards you. And remember to breathe. And let the eyes close. And just let the weight of the arms pull the leg down. We're going to hold for about the same amount of time. And try to relax the face. I know when we do these longer, more intense stretches, especially in the legs, we tend to get all tense in the face and furrow the eyebrows. So just make sure your expression is neutral. Isolate the work. Take 2 more inhales. And gradually bring the right knee back in, so foot is flat. Gonna let your left leg come down, bending the knee. Hug the knees into the chest again, and just rock left and right a few times. Stack the knees over the hips. You can stretch the arms out if you want, so the palms face up like a T. Cross the right leg over the left, and let both knees drop to the left. So you're just going to let the hips be really heavy. Turn the hips to that side, look down the right arm. Let the eyes close, continue to breathe here. Keep the shoulders back. And just let the collarbones open back behind you. So imagine that they're just gently separating, creating some space in the chest and the ribs. Breathing into the right, under the right arm. And take one more breath in. And slowly turn your head back to the center. Bring the knees back over the hips. Unhook the legs. By the way, if it's really tough to just cross the legs like this, you can always just keep the knees stacked and let them fall the same way, but they're not crossed. So that's up to you. But we'll do the same thing. Whichever you did one way, try to do it the other. So crossing the left knee or just stacking the knees together. Let both of them start to drop to the right. So the hips are nice and heavy. You can look down the left arm if that feels okay. Letting the eyes close again. And again, we'll take a few breaths. So try to relax the shoulders back. Letting the collarbones release. Breathing into that space under the left arm. Take one more breath in. Full breath out. And slowly come back to the center. Bring both knees into the chest. Hug the left knee in so you can use your hands around the shin or around the knee and just stretch the right leg all the way out. Relaxing the ankle open to the side. Just hugging the left knee straight in towards the ribs. So you can keep it right in the middle if you want. If you want a little bit different, just kind of an external stretch, you can either keep the hand on the knee and let the knee start to open to the side a little bit, keeping the right side body, the right shoulder down. If you need a little bit more, if you're pretty flexible, you can tuck the knee into that crease of the elbow and then let it open up to the side. So wherever you end up, you're just letting gravity kind of do its thing, keeping the right side of the body completely heavy, completely relaxed. Gradually start to bring it back to the center. Hug the right knee in. Keep it pulled in close and stretch the left leg all the way out, all the way down. Let the left side open up, relax, really heavy. And you can keep it in the center if that feels good. If you want it to be a little different, you can open to the side. Maybe holding on with the hand, maybe hooking it to the crease of the elbow. Relax the whole left side down. So you're just stretching that right hip. Take a few more breaths here. And gradually come back to the center, lining everything up in the middle. Hug the left knee back in. You can rock back and forth a few times. And when you're ready, you can keep the eyes open or closed. You're just gradually going to hold on to the knees and pull yourself back up to a comfortable seat. So you can sit evenly on the hips. I want you to, you probably won't need your strap or whatever you have, your towel, so you can take it to the side. Keep the left knee pulled in, just bent in, and the right leg is just going to come out to the side. So don't worry about how far out it goes. You're just looking for a little stretch in the inner thighs, maybe in the groin too. And you can take both hands down to the center, keep both hips down, and just start to walk the hands out a little bit. So they probably won't go very far. You shouldn't need to go too far to feel something. Make sure the right toes and the right knee stay facing up. So find one spot to focus on, keep the back straight, so you're reaching the chest forward. Take a few more inhales. Slowly start to walk the hands back in. So I want you to keep the right leg where it is, but the left knee is going to close up so that both hip bones are facing that right foot. So both hip bones are facing forward. So you're facing the diagonal, but your hips are square. So as you inhale, sit up really tall, flex the right foot, and as you exhale, you're going to walk forward, not too far, just enough until you feel it in the back and in the back of that right thigh. So you can stop here, maybe you don't get quite that far, maybe you stop sooner. Maybe you can reach out towards the foot and maybe fold over the leg. Now, if you're nowhere near being able to reach out at all, you may want to use your towel or strap so that you can hook that foot again and maybe pull yourself down that way. So that might be helpful too. So as with a lot of this, it's really subjective. So wherever it feels good, you'll start to intuitively feel out what will be right for you. So take the first few moments to get settled, to get comfortable, and sink into it. Next inhale, walk the hands back in. The left knee is going to open to the side again, so take it open. You're going to bend the right knee in. We're going to go to the other side. So bend the right knee in, stretch the left leg out. Same thing. So the left knee and toes are facing the ceiling. Keep both hips down and walk the hands out just a few inches. You're just looking for that stretch in the left hip, maybe the inner thigh. So take a few breaths and settle in again. Softening up that left leg, relaxing the hips, and coming back to your breath. So just being aware, slowing the breath down, noticing if you're taking really short, shallow breaths in the chest. See if you can breathe in all the way down to the belly, filling up the lungs completely. Your next breath in, walk the hands in. Close up the hips a little bit, so keeping the left leg where it is. Just square the hips off, so you're bringing the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Hip bones face the foot. So on your inhale, sit up really tall. Exhale, walk the hands out. If you can't quite reach the foot and you want to get a little bit more, hook your towel or your strap around the foot and keep folding. Keep the chest long so everything is flat. And soften the back of that left leg. Try to let the back of the leg touch the floor. And make sure that the chest is square. So try to resist the urge to open the right side and lean sideways. See if you can pull the ribs, pull the chest forward so you would fold directly over that thigh. And take a couple more deep breaths. On an inhale, walk the hands back in. One more stretch, okay? This time the hips are going to open, and I want you to take the right leg out to the side as well. So this is one that I do not want you to get discouraged on either. Wider is not necessarily better, so it's going to completely depend on your level of flexibility. So even if you're way closer, that is okay. So the first thing I want you to think about is the height in the spine. So if you can, without your hands, if you can sit up comfortably and tall, you're good. So then you can start to inch the feet out wider, and as long as you can keep that height and it's relatively easy, you're good to go. If you start taking the legs wider and you do one of these, I want you to just bring the feet closer together. So it's all about the length in the spine. The stretch in the legs is a little bit secondary here. So feeling that length, the knees and toes face up, and as you inhale, just sit up really tall. If it's hard to sit up tall, taking the hands behind you will help. So you're lifting the sternum straight up towards the sky. Relax the shoulders back, just take a couple breaths. So try to soften the shoulders, soften both sides of the neck. And keep inflating the chest so you're filling up the lungs all the way. And keep the legs where they are. We're going to add a little twist. So take the left hand in front of you, right in the middle, and the right hand comes behind you. So the hands are just kind of framing the hips. So as you inhale, sit up really tall. Keep both hips down, relax the butt cheeks, and see if you can twist looking over the right shoulder. So you're just wringing out through that center body, using the muscles to twist you around, not wedging on the spine to open back. So take a few breaths here again. Keep the shoulders over the hips, so try not to lean backwards. Keep everything in one straight line. Slowly turn back to the center. Right hand comes down, left hand comes behind you. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist over the left shoulder. Just take a couple breaths. Relax both hips. And slowly come back to the center. Start to bend both knees. You can use the hands for support. Bend them in. Cross the legs comfortably. Sit up nice and tall. Let the eyes close. And just take a few deep breaths, relaxing the face, relaxing the shoulders back. And on an inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Bringing the hands together, exhale them right down to the heart center, sealing in your practice. Let the eyes open. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you feel thoroughly relaxed. Come on back tomorrow. We're actually going to be doing some yoga to relieve tightness and tension in the neck and in the upper body. I know a lot of you have been requesting that, so we'll hit that tomorrow. Get your daily yoga at doyoyoga.com and be sure to follow me on Facebook. As always, be good, feel good, and I'll see you right back here next time.